Spartans! What is your profession?
We just show up and grind all day. Only results matter anyway. Eyes straight forward, no time to play. Block out the noise, let nothing sway. We don't care what others pursue. Our focus sharp, our goal so true. Their distractions ain't got a clue. We just win, that's what we do. Turn it up on the victory ride. We got heart and we got pride. Let the doubters run and hide. We're the force they can't deny. Keep your eyes on the finish line. No looking back, no wasting time. We climb the ranks, we shine and shine. Success is drawn like a fine line. Turn it up on the victory ride. We got heart and we got pride. Let the doubters run and hide. We're the force they can't deny. Keep your eyes on the finish line. No looking back, no wasting time. We climb the ranks, we shine and shine. Success is drawn like a fine line. Turn it up on the victory ride. We got heart and we got pride. Let the doubters run and hide. We're the force they can't deny. Step by step we reach the top. We'll keep going, we won't stop. Watch us rise, see jaws drop. When we win, we own the lot. We don't care what others pursue. Our focus sharp, our goal so true. Their distractions ain't got a clue. We just win, that's what we do. Turn it up on the victory ride. We got heart and we got pride. Let the doubters run and hide. We're the force they can't deny. Keep your eyes on the finish line. No looking back, no wasting time. We climb the ranks, we shine and shine. Success is drawn like a fine line. Keep your eyes on the finish line. No looking back, no wasting time. We climb the ranks, we shine and shine. Success is drawn like a fine line. Step by step we reach the top. We'll keep going, we won't stop. Watch us rise, see jaws drop. When we win, we own the lot. Step by step we reach the top. We'll keep going, we won't stop. Watch us rise, see jaws drop. When we win, we own the lot. Step by step we reach the top. We'll keep going, we won't stop. Watch us rise, see jaws drop. When we win, we own the lot. Step by step we reach the top. We'll keep going, we won't stop. Watch us rise, see jaws drop. When we win, we own the lot. Yay!
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, welcome back to another Sunday afternoon episode of Software Explorations. We are working more on DevOps, our Kubernetes, our Google Cloud Platform, our secrets. It's been messy. You know how they say it's complicated? Well, it has certainly been complicated getting these secrets to work properly. We're going to continue investigating that. However, I went and got some friends, or maybe I hired a software engineer to help me out with this. Devin. I have been using Devin this past few days. Devin has been helping me out tremendously. Helping me get my life right. I'm going to be talking more about that on Candid Conversation tomorrow. But we're gonna be using a little bit of Devin today to try to help me figure this stuff out. All right. So we're integrating. We are mixing and mashing humans, AI. What can we do? What can we do together? I'm telling you now, when I'm talking to the prompt, I'm like, we. I don't say I need you to do this. I say, how can we do this? We did this last up. It is weird. Like, anyways, I am TechOTroff. We are, above all else, engineered to win. Or as some of my friends like to say, I annoy you to success.
Bruh.
Sorry, not sorry. All right, let me throw this in here real quick. I just uploaded a new sprint review at GCP. Sign up for free. All right, let me pin that. So you guys go and check out tailor-made.dev. Just uploaded a new sprint review from a few months ago, but really, really good information nonetheless. So go check that out, tailor-made.dev. All right, we are going to be getting into the show like we always like to do. But before we jump into it, I have got to go through our agenda and let you guys know what's the plan for today, and what are we going to what are we going to be talking about during our breaks, all that good stuff. All right, so today we're going to be continuing with our secrets. I already have our Kubernetes cluster up and running, run the Terraform command. It's up. We need to apply our Kubernetes command so that we can get that out of the way and we can start figuring this out. And then during our breaks today, we're going to be talking about the Stripe founder, talking about the cost, how much they're benefiting off the software engineers, the production output. We're going to be talking about that during our first break. Second break, we're going to be talking about a software engineer who built a bug hunter tool. And then lastly, if we get time for it, we're going to talk about should looks matter in leadership? That's gonna be a quite tricky topic, right? But we're going a Forbes article. We're gonna look into it, see what they say, share our thoughts, our feedback, all of that good stuff. All right. Okay. So now to jump into our agenda before we get started with the show, I have to say first and very, very foremost, thank you so much to all the new subscribers to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much, but not only to the new ones, those who have been with me for a very, very long time, since like day one and day whatever middle that was, and up to today. Thank you so much to every last one of you for allowing me to have a little bit of an opportunity to add value into your lives.
I appreciate you.
And shout out to my tech barbarians and my tech prodigy members and my technical explorers, those that I work with one-on-one, those that I interact with in Discord. We had an amazing session on Google Meet yesterday where I was talking to my guy, Rod Brown, just about his background, his life growing up, how he got into the tech industry, how he got into being a senior web developer, web engineer, and how he handles his content strategy, all of that good stuff. We know Rod Brown very well here, so shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. Thank you so much for spending about 2 hours with us, just sharing and talking and having a great time. I'm going to be clipping that up as well and putting it inside of the Team Tech with Draft Patreon. So go ahead and tune in. It was great. So shout out to all of you. We are the best.
We the best.
And I can never ever forget my tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube channel members who give me the ability to show up here just about every single day. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Alrighty then. So let me just do one quick little setting change right now. It is, where would that be? There we go. Let's do that. Perfect. All right. So what's next on our agenda for today? All right. So next upcoming live show is going to be tomorrow morning, getting started around 7:55, 8:05-ish tomorrow morning. We're going to be continuing with our large language model / AI prompting course. Oh my God, I've learned so much. And I think all the stuff that I've learned in the first 5 months, going into 6 months of the year, so superbly valuable, because now with the work that I've been doing in the past few days, shout out to my guy Wave Nerd, who has put me up on so much game, but it has been what I've learned the past in the past, and I have to see if I can find a prompt engineering course so that we can even get better at prompting and guiding AI to give us exactly what we want. But just what I've been doing already and what I've been doing the past few days, oh my God, it has been absolutely crazy what I see that we're capable of doing. We do have tomorrow at noon Eastern time, Candid Conversation. I'm going to be talking about, get ready for it. I've been vibe coding the past few days. Yes, I have. And guess what? As my guy Rod Brown likes to say, it's a vibe. Just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I, I have seen a lot of cool stuff, a lot of crazy stuff, and I'm going to share my perspective because I had never really quote unquote vibe coded before, but I'm going to share my perspective with what I have done in the past few days and how I see that impacting the software engineering, UI, UX, all that type of stuff. I'm going to be sharing my perspective on that. All right. Let's see what else. Tuesday night, we're going to be going live with our Q&A show. I think I am going to do the actual Q&A show and not just answer questions that might come up. I'm going to actually do this show. What I'm thinking maybe is for a good, this is in my mind, nothing confirmed yet, but every other week I find questions and answer those questions. And then on the off weeks, if anyone has additional questions, I will answer those specifically, but then we can also just work and figure things out at the same time. I don't know. So we shall see when the time comes, but I'm pretty sure this coming Tuesday, I will be answering questions like we always do. Get your feedback, get your perspective. Have a great time. All right. But yeah, that's about it that we have for the next couple of days. I am not doing the jiu-jitsu show tonight just because, some scheduling conflicts and things of that nature. So we will be pushing that out for the next 2 weeks. But I should have some amazing people up to review their most recent matches, people that you have never, ever seen before. All right. So with that being said, I think those are all the announcements that we have for today. And we can get started. All right, so let's do this. So let me put this down real quick. I don't really have an icebreaker for today. Nothing that I thought of in particular, but I'll say this, right? I think I'll do this. I'll put it as this, right? Because you know me, I will just ramble, but I will, give me a second here. We're going to go like this. Let's do. Prepare today. All right, let's do that. So I just came up with a title right off the top of my head for our icebreaker. Prepare today. Let me put like this. We're just gonna do it like this real quick. Where is that? All right, let's go. Prepare today for the opportunities tomorrow. You don't know what opportunities are going to be coming towards you tomorrow, the day after, even in 2 hours. You don't know, but you have to prepare today. You have to have been preparing yesterday, and so forth, in order to get yourself to a particular spot. How is that? How does that thing go? Something luck is like when preparation meets opportunity. You have to prepare today because you do not know what opportunities are ahead of you. And I'll say, like, my whole entire life, I've never tried to learn something for a specific goal or outcome. I just like, all right, as I continue to learn, as I continue to get involved in different things, opportunities naturally arise out of that. So the work ethic, the courses, all things that I'm trying to figure out, and people just, it's like a magnetic field where people will come towards you and they're like, okay, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. Would you like to be involved, or job opportunities, things of that nature? So, but for me, I never went into it like, oh, I'm going to do this because I know of of this particular opportunity. I think that's a little that can be a little backwards, because by the time you get ready, the opportunity might have gone and passed you by. So for me, the way that I always see it, like I'm just learning this stuff. I'm working on this stuff because I see that I can use it for something. I can grow with it. I don't know what the specific opportunities are, but whatever opportunity that's going to come about, I can actually use those skills. And everything that I've done is like skill upon skill upon skill. They're building upon each other, and I'm like I'm not worried about, oh, but what if I'm not a person that asks a lot of what ifs, right? I'm more of a when it does happen type of person. When we do have whatever opportunity it is, then we're going to crush it. I'm not going to say, oh, what if this happens, or what if this doesn't happen? I don't care, because I'm focused on me and my growth, right? And I'll say this: there are some amazing people that I talk to very, very sparingly, but when they do reach out to me, it's really, really impactful. And either they're asking for my insight on something, or they come with a great idea, and I'm like, oh wow, that is a really good idea. Let's see what we can build off of it. But if I had never been preparing in the past, why would they even consider me? Why would they even reach out to me? So I'm always like, and I'm always like, all right, I'm working on this. You guys, I show what I'm working on. I show what I'm trying to learn. I talk about the challenges. Like you see me, like I don't know how long I've spent trying to get these Terraform secrets to work, or these, not Terraform, but these Kubernetes secrets to be mixed in with Google Cloud. But the fact that I'm researching and trying and all this type of stuff, it's that to me is what makes the it shows the dedication to commitment. And like a lot of people, a lot of different people, they reach out to me, say, hey, I have this opportunity, I have that opportunity, do you want to do this? And it could be either from like people that I've met here on YouTube. It could be like on LinkedIn, based on my resume and stuff like that. So many different opportunities that are available. And a lot of people, they want to wait, get the opportunity first, and then try to learn what's needed. But here is a little secret, right? Here's a little secret. Most of the people who wait to have a opportunity that they don't deserve, and they try to learn whatever it is at that point, normally once they accept the opportunity, they don't do the work to keep the opportunity.
Bruh. Congratulations, you played yourself.
So for me, like whenever I see, oh, look at this emerging technology. Oh, how does that work? How does that work? And for me, sometimes I'm a little. Sometimes, believe it or not, I am a little slow at times, because I'll hear something mentioned over and over and over again, and I'm like, well, it doesn't really impact exactly what I need to do, so I'm not even thinking about it until it hits me like, I should really look into how this stuff works. And then I go ahead and I do that, and then we start getting the ball rolling, right? But always being innovative, being I know for some reason I always hear like certain people like giving a bad light on entrepreneurs. I think I heard somebody say, oh, everybody, like the new hustle, the new side hustle, the new scam is being an entrepreneur. Well, I have to disagree with that, because I think that we should see ourselves as a business. I myself, remember when Jay said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man." Well, I agree with that. I'm not a Jay Z fan whatsoever, except for the song Big Pimpin'. But it makes sense. Like, I'm a business, right? I'm a business, so I have to see myself as a business. I need to operate as a business. So if I am a business, then I am an entrepreneur, and that's why I always have to be aware, say, okay, what's going on? How can we pivot? How can we grow? How can we be ready? How can we prepare ourselves? And I was on a call the other day with somebody, and they said, "Oh, like we have these opportunities that we want to work with you on." And I was like, "Wow, okay, that's cool. I need to do some research 'cause I don't know anything about this realm, this industry." But they said, "Yeah, that's fine. But from what I see from you, I know that you can contribute greatly into the things that we are planning to do." And I was like, "All right, well, send me the information. I'm gonna start researching. I'm gonna start getting ready, all that good stuff." And that's why I'm telling you, my message to you is that you must prepare today. You must prepare today for the opportunities that are waiting for you tomorrow. You don't know what's waiting for you tomorrow, but guess what? There are tons of opportunities. However, they will just pass you by if you are not preparing today for them. All right? That's all that I have to say about that. So let's wrap that up. All right. So with that being said, we are going to be getting to work for today. Okay. Let me see what we got going on. All right. So we are going to be jumping into our first working segment. I have like I said, I have our Google Kubernetes cluster up and running, our GKE. We're going to apply the Kubernetes files so that it can set up our infrastructure for Kubernetes, our deployments, our services, our namespace, all that stuff. And then we're going to employ the help of Claude, of course. Or not Claude. Ooh, that's mean. No, not Claude. We're gonna employ the helps of Devin. So first things first, let's go over to let's start our first timer.
It's time to do.
And I will even show you today. Like a pull request that Devin opened up for a mobile app that I've been messing around with. And I was messing around with building, and Devin, believe it or not, it fixed it and added some features for me. I was like, thank you, Devin. Even opened up a pull request. Something that I want to do is spend some time configuring my Devin environment so that it can actually run tests and stuff like that. But that is not that is not here nor there. So, but we're going to be working on Kubernetes for today. All right. So, with that being said, let me go over here, and I will say, let's open up another tab, and we're going to say cd, one more out of here, cd Kubernetes ls. We're going to do our, before we can do that, we need to do gcloud. See if I can remember this. Gcloud containers, and then clusters, and then this is going to be called UDEC GKE cluster, and then location equals US East 1. Oh, before we do that, we need to do get credentials. See if we do that. By doing that, that should allow us to be able to use our terminal for to control the Kubernetes commands for Google Cloud Platform. All right. We've done this plenty of times, but we have to do it every time when we start a new session. So now that we have that done, let me clear that out. And I'm gonna, just because we're not really gonna be using the code, I'm gonna make this bigger. I think it should be good if I make this bigger because we are doing it more in here than anything. And let me zoom in on this. Can I zoom in? Let's see. Can I zoom in? Oops. Let's see. View. Let's see. Zoom IDE. Let's go to one. Oh, there we go. Let's do 125. Or we're gonna do cube. Do ls again because I forgot. All right, so cube ctl and then service accounts or dash F for apply, dash F, and we're going to say app secrets and service accounts. Let's see if that works. Oh, nope, we can't do both, unfortunately. So we'll do the app secrets first. I'll do the service accounts first. And then we shall do cube CTL apply dash F and app secrets. Apply that. That gets applied. So I remember now, I'm kind of remembering the error that we were getting was something about it couldn't find the actual secrets that we want to be using. So what we're going to be doing, we're getting back to that point to get that error, and then we'll spend today investigating the error, asking Devin for help, and maybe we even need to push this code up to the cloud and then add Devin to the repository, and then we can it can probably give us some more detailed help possibly. So we'll see, right? We'll see what we can do, but I do want to bring in Devin on this and see if Devin can help us with this. All right. So, and for those who don't know, Devin is a AI software engineer that you can hire. I'm gonna say the word hire, right? And I hired Devin, and we're coming pretty good friends, to be honest. We are becoming pretty good friends, I must say. But I hired Devin. Devin is not that expensive to hire, by the way. So we're gonna go from there, right? So let's go ahead and say we have those. So now we're gonna go to CD backend because we want to get our backend working first. We're gonna say so we're gonna do cube CTL apply dash F. I'm just going to do the dot to do the deployment, the service, and the UDEC pod at the same time. And everything gets done at the same time. I'm going to clear this out. And now I am going to pull up our cloud. And I'm going to go to here. Let's go over here. And we're going to go to Kubernetes engine. And we're going to go to this one that we have up and running. And we're going to go to workload. And it's going to say the deployment failed. So this is what we were looking for, I believe. Yeah, because it's a new. So it says deployment failed. Is forbidding container with the environment variable database connection is referencing secret.secret name is not allowed because the service account does not reference that secret. So let's see if we can let me open up a new Devin AI. And I need to, so here it's like for the one that I was working on, it says save up to 30 minutes per session by setting up this. So I have to set up this repo for this, right? But let's do this. I'm going to say what the error that I'm getting. And say, so I'm working on setting up a Kubernetes cluster, which is using Google secrets to import environment variables into the Kubernetes cluster. However, I'm getting this error when applying the deployment, service, and pod YAML. And it's probably going to ask me, well, can I see the pod YAML? And now we're going to have to push this code up and then have Devin be able to see it. All right, but let's see what happens. All right, so let's go here. I want Devin can use it. Let's go with ask first. Let's see. So it's setting up. The thing I like, so, and from what I've seen with these AI tools for coding, so when I'm using ChatGPT, for instance, and I guess I would say I use ChatGPT more for ideas and maybe for like some frivolous type work. Like when I need a title for a video, it gives me some ideas. When I need a description, which I really don't care about the description, as long as it has certain metrics in there. And then when I do it for like getting my keywords and stuff, then like I don't really care about telling me why you generated that way. But when I'm working with these tools, for when I'm working with these tools where I'm getting errors and stuff like that, I'm trying to troubleshoot error. I like for it to tell me why I'm getting that error and how I can fix it. So oh, I never put the error in there. So this is the error that I'm getting. This is the error that I'm getting. And with Devin, they have a pay as you go feature. Not a feature, but like a pay as you go plan, which is the one that I signed up for now. I think the monthly plan is that you get a little bit better deal, but but I'm like, all right, let me see how the pay as you go works for now. How much I actually use it. I might end up having to subscribe because I'm like, oh well, I'm thinking now, like, oh, I can go back to my time cost calculator and start adding a bunch more features that I really wanted to do, but just didn't have the time, the ability, because if I have to go out there and learn Flutter all the way, so I could, it is crazy. It is crazy. I'll share this. I'll share this later, but it is absolutely crazy the things that are popping up in my mind. All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, so Devin says, based on the message you provided, this is a Kubernetes role-based access control issue with Google Secrets integration. Here's what's happening and how to fix it. The error indicates that your service account, UDEC service account, doesn't have permission to access a secret UDEC Mongo Connect. This is a common issue when using Google Secrets Manager with GKE clusters. The root cause: your Kubernetes service account lacks the proper IAM bindings to access Google Cloud secrets. The service account needs to be granted permission to read secrets from Google Secrets Manager. Solution steps: verify workload identity is enabled. First, check if the workload identity federation is enabled on your cluster. You know what? I've been having trouble on something at work for such a long time. I'm going to find out tomorrow if I can use Devin to try to figure that out. I know we can use Google Gemini, but I don't think Google Gemini is going to give me the answer that I need. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna ask. All right. Anyways. First, check if workload. All right. So let's see. Describe, format, workload. So we can do that first. So and then it says create an IAM binding for secret access Google Cloud projects IAM binding project ID. I want to say we did this via our Terraform, but we'll double check that. Alternatively, use Google Service Account impersonation. If you're using a Google Cloud IAM service account, ensure proper binding. Let's see, CGSA, grant secret access to the IAM service account. Allow Google Kubernetes service account to impersonate IAM service. Service account name, quick troubleshooting. Quick troubleshooting command. Check if service account exists. Get service account, UDC service account, -n for namespace. Check IAM bindings. Verify secrets exist. All right, so let's give this stuff a try. Let's give it a try. All right, so we're going to start off with this one right here. All right, I'm going to copy this, and we're going to zoom back over here. We're going to say G Cloud. Ain't nothing but a G Cloud, babe. We're going to say US East 1 cluster name. What is my cluster name? What a cluster. All right. UDEC GKE cluster. And we're going to go here. And all right. So what am I looking for over here? So this says so this is telling us check if workload identity federation is enabled on your cluster. This looks like the answer would be yes, I suppose. So I'm going to copy this then. And I go back to Devin. And I say, when I check if workload identity federation is enabled, I am returned. I'm going to ask it if it wants to see the code at some point. All right. It says, all right, great. Workload identity is enabled on your cluster. Now let's check if your service account has proper IAM binding. You can run gcloud projects get IAM policy, urban dictionary economic data, flatten binding members to see what are the current permissions. All right. So let's try that. So let's do that one. Gcloud get IAM. At most one expected in pattern. What is it saying here? So what I'm gonna do, because it's saying like at most one asterisk expected in patterns. So they're saying that it's too many. So let me try to take one out. What was I supposed to get back? I don't think I got anything back. If I put so I'm gonna use exactly what they said with the second asterisk, and I'm going to say let's see why we got that error. I got this error in response. Okay, so it says don't put in the asterisk or any of the asterisks, right? So let's take those out. I don't know if that's really gonna affect it though. Let's see. And nothing is returned. Nothing was returned to me. So that probably means that something does not have the permission. I'm going to guess. That confirms your service account has no IAM permissions. You need to create an IAM binding, run gcloud projects, add IAM binding, urban dictionary economic data. But I kind of remember we did this, right? So let's go. Oh, so here's what I did. Over here, we have, so it says that confirms that your service account has no IAM permissions. Speaking of IAM permissions, look who just popped into the show. Oh, really? Oh, really? Let's put it like that. There we go. It's just, we got Favor in the building. Good afternoon, Favor. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing amazing. Favor must be like Magnetar. When Magnetar hears federal, he pops up. When Favor hears IAM permission, Favor is ready to rock and roll. All right. So it says, all right, so let me check my can I zoom in on this? Let me zoom in on that. Let me check my, because I thought I did this via Terraform, right? But let's see. Before I run this, we're gonna go and look for this one. No, this is gonna have to be in Terraform. So let's look through our Terraform. So we have our Google cluster, secrets manager enabled. Maybe it's in this one. So we have this Google IAM policy. Roles, secret manager accessor, members, principal IAM Google location workload identity policy, Google secrets manager.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Well, there goes our break time. But so it looks like we did do it, but maybe there was an error when we did it. I'm not 100% sure. But we will, with Devin in mind, figure this out. I will ask Devin, like, hey, if we wanted, like, what would be the Terraform equivalent for this? And based on that Terraform equivalent, we would see if we'll see what's going on, all right? But I will also say, like, how can like, would it be easier to troubleshoot if I connect the repo and then you go from there, right? But like I said, it is break time. All right, so is it wrong to use AI to help you figure out why you're having an issue? Because I thought we did this thing that is something that is wrong, but it's not picking up on it. So we need to troubleshoot that. But we could go for weeks, months, not figuring it out, or countless hours trying to figure it out on ourselves, but on our own. Or if we have an assistant to tell us, oh, this is why this isn't working, why not? Why the heck not? Right? That's what I'm saying. All right. Anyways, we are at break. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we will continue on with the show. Favor says late as ever. As Ja Rule and Ashanti said, not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Let's go.
Let's get it.
And here says, I'm doing well. I'm doing swell, not well. I'm doing swell. And you? Well, I am doing swimmingly. Thank you so much for asking, Favor. Truly appreciate you being here as always. And so I'm going to make a confession. I have a really bad habit of saying something and then like 2 minutes later forgot exactly what I said. So then when you guys respond to something that I said, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh my God, I'm so terrible. So what are you saying absolutely not to, Favor? Please help me out real quick. Help me out. What are you saying absolutely not to? I'm so bad. I am so bad. I just be saying stuff, right? I just be saying stuff, and then you guys respond. I'll even ask a question, and because I'm just like, just something pops in my and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, so regarding AI helping, says it's not. Okay, oof, okay. I did see now. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Because I'm like, absolutely not to what? But yeah, I did ask that question. It's not wrong at all. Yes, it is a good troubleshooter, especially like if you're working on infrastructure stuff. IAM permissions are like a pain in the butt for everyone. Like me and my engineers, like we're trying to terraform some stuff, we're trying to do some stuff, and we're getting permission error here, permission error. And we're like, what in the world is going on with these permission errors? Zero trust architecture. I totally agree with it, but trying to figure out why and who we need to go to, it is crazy. Because when you're working in permissions, right? Let's say you give an S3 bucket permissions to be able to get files uploaded to it and stuff like that. Although that bucket has those permissions, it doesn't mean that anybody can do it. So on the other side, you need to have the users, and this you need to have the users who have access to the organization also be in a group that has access to be able to upload to that bucket or access whatever service that it is. So it's like you have to do it on two sides. So you need to say, all right, the resource can have this type of access given to it, and then the users who are part of this group can also have the ability to access this actual resource in these type of ways. It's called IAM hell. All right, that's what it is.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Let's see. Favor says maybe you need a lunch break.
They ain't believing us.
Possibly. And I've been fasting today too. I mean, I fast every day, but I've been fasting. We tried to play basketball this morning. The weather was terrible. Oh my, it's been a crazy day. And all right, I feel bad for saying this. I feel so bad for saying this. So I got to the park late this morning, right? Because I've been working on a bunch of different stuff. So I'm like trying to get some last things out before I go to the basketball court. And then I get there, I could see it's gonna rain. I told one of my friends, man, I'm so busy. I kind of hope it rains right now, because I can get back home and continue working. And then 15, 20 minutes later, as soon as we started the next game, it starts to rain. He's like, this is all your fault. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry, right? Sorry, not sorry. We got my guy in the building. Junior says, what's up? What's up? What's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? How is your weekend going? Hopefully it is going absolutely phenomenal. Always appreciate. I said this the other day, right? But I'm going to take credit, although it's probably undeserved, but I'm going to take credit for my guy, Junior, being back here on the channel and other channels as well, because he was missing for a good minute, and I was looking for him because I needed some help with something, and I wrote him, and then all of a sudden we got my guy back in the building. There says it can get very nitty gritty. That is a fact. It is a fact. And it says, but permissions are fun, Ralph. Look. There is also the concept that it is better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. However, with IAM, it tells you, nope, you have to ask for permission because we will not be that forgiving to you, right? So I'm like, I swear, like whenever we, I need to get this sound effect at work for whenever in the chat we have a maybe I'll make a workflow, right? But whenever we have another permission error, I need to drop a GIF and this sound.
Another one.
Yes, another permission error. Let's see. It says you're always outing yourself.
Bruh.
That is true. That is true. Coach wishing for excuses so he could get. The coach was wishing for excuses so not to play. I really wanted to play, and I'm like, I have to show up because I need to show up. But if it rains, like it says in Rocky, if it rains, right? I was like, well, and it stormed. It was a good storm too for about 10 minutes down here in South Florida. We have 10-minute hurricanes, all right? We have these 10-minute hurricanes down here where I'm trying to get back home. The trees are about to fall over. I thought my windows were gonna break because the trees, like tree branches are flying. And then 5 minutes later, clear as day. That's South Florida for you. Let's see. Junior says it's going wonderful. And Favor says least privilege principle. Trust me, we know. And Junior says, did you ever hear about the guy named Ryan Montgomery, the #1 ethical hacker in the world? Really? I did not hear about Ryan Montgomery. Honestly, I don't really research much about actual people in ethical hacking. I'm doing the course, but that is a great idea. Junior gave me another idea. Let me write that down. I'll tell you this: the uploading to, although it wasn't necessarily the exact question Junior was asking me, but the reason that I've been doing, working with the cloud on our Wednesday software exploration content overviews, because Junior was asking me about cloud storage. And I'm like, let me just do some videos on how to interact with the cloud. So Junior says Ryan Montgomery. See, I listen to my people. I listen to my friends. And look who we have. Looky here. We got my guy, Rod Brown, in the building. What's up, Rod Brown? Says good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you as well, Rod Brown. Rod Brown killed it. Rod Brown killed it last night. Yesterday afternoon. But we were on a Google Meet call with a bunch of people in there for about 2 hours, just talking about Rod Brown's background, how he got into tech. He shared like from a very young age how he got into tech, how like what he went to college for, and what do you recommend tech, how he balances tech and his content online. It was so good. And guess what? All you had to do was sign up for techcoachrap.dev free tier, and you could have joined us, and we had a bunch of people on there. Great time, great. As Rod Brown told me the other day about vibe coding, it's a vibe. It was such a vibe yesterday. We had a great time. A lot of people enjoyed it. They let me know after the fact that they really enjoyed it. Rod Brown is awesome. All right, so shout out to that. All right. Junior says check out the interview on the Sean Ryan show with Ryan. Oh, okay. He lives in Oh, really? Because I do follow some of the Sean Ryan podcasts, not all of them, because like some of the people I don't know. I'm like, and they're like 3 to 4 hour pod. Like, all right, but that I'm gonna write it down right here on Sean Ryan podcast. I'm definitely gonna check that out this week. Oh my goodness, look who we got a few people. Look who we got in the building. We got my guy Ferris in the building. What's up, Ferris? How are you doing today? Haven't heard from you in a while. So happy to see you as always. We got my guy demystifies in the building. Says good afternoon to me, to Junior, to Rod, to Favor, to beautiful Roxy in advance, and the chat. Hope all is well. I am doing absolutely phenomenal, demystifies. How are you doing, demystifies? Let me know generally, how are you doing? Is everything okay with you? Looking forward to hearing from you and all of that good stuff. And my guy Ferris says, how is everyone? I am doing absolutely phenomenal, Ferris. We are over here working and winning. How are you doing? All right, pop quiz, Ferris. Well, that's not really a pop quiz, but putting you on the spot. How many jobs are you currently working right now, my guy Ferris? How many jobs are you currently working? And how is like the whole cybersecurity thing going for you? I just haven't heard from you in a while, so just curious. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Ferris says he's studying, working cloud engineering. Look at that. I remember when Ferris was streaming, he had a really cool stream where he was like setting up, he was setting up like a cybersecurity environment on AWS. So he's mixing cybersecurity with cloud engineering, setting up a server on AWS and doing Python. It was a really cool stream, right? Says I'm not in cybersecurity, I'm in cloud. All right, we moving. I mean, I wouldn't say that's moving on, but I think that's you can move in any direction. But both of them are equally impressive. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's get to this first break time topic really quick. So, where is? All right, let's go to this and find this article we are doing. So, let's throw up. Before I put the five, let's do this. We're going to be talking about the Stripe founder shares engineering output, and that is over here. Let's jump that right there and let's zoom in. All right, let's jump over to this article over here, and it's about the Stripe founder. What's going on here? Let's move that, make that bigger. All right, so the Stripe founder reveals how much its 344,000 software engineers are really producing. So what I'm wondering first is, let's start the timer, right? Is it $344,000 per engineer or $344,000 in total? All right, so we're gonna find out, but let's get to this, okay? Payment, can I zoom in some more? Oh no, that's not good. All right, so payment fintech Stripe has historically rewarded high performers handsomely, but how much do you have to produce to become one? Speaking at Stripe Tour London today, founder John Collison gave some insight into how prolific its engineering staff really are. So it actually does sound like the engineers are actually making $344,000 per engineer for those top engineers. It says, Collison said in his opening keynote that Stripe averaged 1,145 pull requests, proposed changes to a code base. So that's what a pull requests are. When you're saying, I want to make this change, and then you have other people review it, and then with the right approvals, the right checks and balances, you get to merge it into whatever the environment is supposed to be merged into, all right? It says per day. Whoa. What the son of a... all right. Collison said in his opening keynote that Stripe averaged 1,145 pull requests per day. Jesus Christ. Or 8,015 per week. What?
Bruh.
That is a lot. Stripe's code base is already massive, consisting of over 50 million lines of code, but the frequency of pull requests is lower than you might expect of a company the size of Stripe. That sounds massive to me. Stripe has 8,570 employees at the start of 2025. Roughly 40% were engineers, equating to roughly 2.3 pull requests per engineer per week. 2.3 pull requests per engineer per week. Now that sounds actually, that sounds about right. I would say depending on the size of the pull request as well, because sometimes they might have smaller pull requests, which to me, I think the smaller the pull request with small code changes is easier to track, easier to test and stuff like that. Engineering insights firm Haystack estimates that on average, engineering teams make 3.5 pull requests per employee per week. Okay, meaning Stripe's numbers look a bit below average. What? Aw. So their massive pull request size is based on how many engineers that they have, not in how much per they're doing, right? But I don't know. However, quantity can sometimes mess with quality. That is a fact. Elon Musk was criticized for using lines of code as a metric for laying off engineers at Twitter. That makes sense. Opponents said it incentivized overriding code without analyzing the actual impact of code written. Pull requests can also vary in size and in impact. Stripe goes to extreme lengths to ensure changes to code won't cause a crash, with more than 6 billion tests run on changes to Stripe code each day. That shows you the power of unit tests, of automation testing, of integration tests with the API tests. They Stripe doesn't really. Stripe has a UI for their backend, like where you can see like your money and stuff like that. But I don't think they really have a front end. I think the main part of the front end is when you go to make a payment. Is, oh, this payment is being made through Stripe. But I don't know. So let's see. A lot of unseen work can go into these larger pull requests. That is true. I mean, think about like, to think about it like this, right? A pull request is a pull request. A really large pull request is like a bill that the government is trying to pass, where they have a bunch of stuff in there, right? And now you have all these little politicians trying to get their stuff in there, their stuff in there, their stuff in there. And to me, that's how a really, really large pull request is, right? I prefer small pull requests, small, very specific bills that you can just say, all right, this is what this is doing, and we can make changes to that, approve, debate that. But trying to get a whole bunch of pork, I'm just saying, right? All right. It says revenue per employee is an alternating performance metric used by fintechs, and Stripe also gave the impression that lean, high-performing teams are on the rise. Stripe's EMEA Chief Risk Officer Connor McNamara followed Collison and said that the top-performing startups in 2024 had high leverage per employee, noting that large businesses can adopt this mindset too. His prime example was AI coding assistant startup Cursor, which has achieved an average revenue of $5 million per employee at a headcount of just 60.
Get a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
So basically what they're saying, this is really cool metrics actually. What they're saying is that at 60 employees, they can say the average revenue per employee is 5 million. What? What is that like? So that's like 30 million? 300 million. 300 million. So Cursor is achieving average revenue about 300 million, which is 5 million per employee at a headcount of 60. Interesting. Stripe hasn't disclosed its 2024 revenue yet, but it would have had to have made 42.9 billion to match the revenue per employee of Cursor. So what's the answer? What's the answer? I feel so misled, so bamboozled by this.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I don't see where it says how much they're actually making. Because the title of the article is Stripe founder reveals how much its $344,000 software engineers are actually producing. And is it that they're produced? So is the production? Oh my God, what? When I see this here, so they're saying that they're producing on average 1,145 pull requests per day, which is 8,015 per week. However, which is 2.3 pull requests per engineer per week. However, they're not telling us how much money they are. Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, article. E-Finance. See, I should have known. E-Finance Careers. I shouldn't have used them. Anyways, let's go back to full screen. I am so, you know what? I have a question.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
How dare you mislead me like that, right? Anyways, let's wrap that one up. All right. I'm going to go check the chat again really quick, and then we will get back to the work. All right. Let's see. So we saw that, and I said he's managing, processing things. Let's see. It's just procrastination, where dreams go to die. Did I miss something about procrastination? Hold on. Let me go back. So studying, junior, procrastinating. Actually, Ferris says one job. I'm not in cyber. I'm in cloud. Okay, I missed that part. One job. So what? Whoa! You went down to one job. Who? It's like I don't even know you. It's like I don't even know you anymore, Ferris. What's going on here? Only one job? Who are you? Who are you? Ferris says, I was doing the reliability with security essentially on stream. The site reliability with security essentially on stream. Says, might stream again. More time now with one job and the day shift. Are we getting back? Are we getting back Ferris after hours with Ferris? Are we getting back? I'm just saying, let's get it. All right. Let's see. True. More like a break. Did 3 hours of studying, got 7 more to go. Ferris, look, Ferris is serious about his education, his work, and his money the way that it should be. All right. I think average per engineer. Yeah, they fooled me. Let's see. You work at AWS? That is awesome. That is awesome, Ferris. Oh my goodness. That's all right. We're gonna have to do a little celebration for you. See, when Ferris jumps in, he drops these bombs on it. So shout out to my guy Ferris. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. We the best. I appreciate you.
Ain't believing us.
Shout out to my guy Ferris. All right. So works at it says I work at AWS. Need to upskill because I'll be doing data engineer with A. Oh my god, that is super awesome. I gotta catch up with Ferris. Says because I work at AWS, it doesn't mean Azure isn't still. You know what? I'm gonna screenshot this, although nobody actually knows your name. But I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna send it to. I'm gonna be like Magneto. I'm gonna send him like, hey, AWS. Find out who Ferris though is. Look what he said. Look what he said. All right, but that's hilarious. Me and Ferris used to go back and forth about Azure versus AWS. Let's say so. Says PL system is in front end. I think like the coffee shops. Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense because that makes more sense now. Kind of like if you're using Square and stuff like that. That makes sense. All right. Says I think the goal for every company is to downsize to small teams, automate, higher income per employee, and those laid off will have to make their own company. I think, which I'm going to be mentioning tomorrow in my accounting conversation, but I think as well, they can also it also opens up for smaller companies who would typically not be able to hire these engineers because the big companies are calling them up, but they get because now if these laid off engineers are employing the help of AI and tools like Devin, these other platforms, then they can make these dreams a reality for these other companies, and they can also start being more on the entrepreneurship aspect and consult and sell their services at speed and at quality to people who generally never stood a chance. Right, so I think it's just flattening it out. Let's see. Entry and management will be cut, and just leaving a small team of seniors with management skills. Maybe, but I think that's the direction. It's possible. It is totally possible. You know the Chappelle voice. Gotcha. Let's see. It says I don't know. I don't know how I got the job. I just applied and winged it. Hey, and getting into AWS is no small feat. It says, and I got in government support. Oh my goodness. What? My goodness. I don't remember. Did you have any? I don't think you did, but did you have any security clearances? So you should look into Salesforce AI agents. If you haven't done that before, seems interesting. It can make everyone make a company. Between you and me, Ferris, that is on I have that in the background, in the roadmap. We're working on that, me and a few other people, but shout out to you. But we are looking into that, all right? All right, let's jump into our next 20 minutes. I think we're going to miss our third break time conversation, which I really wanted to get to, but it is what it is. It is what it is because I am so excited to see Ferris here today. Like I'm saying, it has to be almost a year since about almost a year since the last time I spoke to. No, I would say maybe about 8 months since I spoke to Ferris. All right. Let's get to our next one.
Let's go! Let's go!
All right. So we are gonna go to Devin. And I am going to say, I'm going to ask Devin this. Oh, Devin went to sleep. Let me wake up Devin. Devin, I'll tell you this. Devin sleeps a lot. Devin sleeps a lot. All right. But I'll say this. I will say that I tried to create. Did I? So I'm looking at this over here. Google secret version 1 of 1. Secret manager. Google IAM policy admin. This. And then that. Where is this data coming from? Maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe it doesn't even exist. So let's go and look. All right, let's go and look up. Let's go and look up inside of our Google Cloud platform. Let's see if we go to IAM. Firebase stuff. And let's go to service accounts maybe. Our policies. That's not what I wanted. Identity and organization, policy troubleshooter, policy analyzer, organizational policies. Just want to see what policies I have. Workforce Identity Federation. So maybe the policy doesn't exist? All right, so what if we say I tried to create this policy or how would I do this with Terraform? So the reason that I like to do it with Terraform is because I can get all this stuff set up when I really quick instead of always having to do the same code over and over again. Infrastructure is code because I at the end of the show I destroy all the infrastructure because I don't want the building to I don't want to get charged for it when I'm not using it. And then before the show starts, I just spin up the infrastructure again, and that way we're able to pick up where we left off. But it is going to cost way too much money if we were to or it would waste a lot of time if we were to have to do these manual configurations every single time. So I am waiting for Devin to respond to say how. All right, so resource Google project I am binding secret accessor namespace. But isn't that what I have? Oh, maybe it's not. So I don't think I have that actually. So if we go back over here, we have all of this. So we have our resource for to create the secret. We have the actual IAM policy, but we never actually. So we have the Google Secret Manager secret IAM policy, but we never actually did the binding. So if we say resource, and now we do Google project IAM binding in order so the two can talk to each. So okay, I think that binding allows the two to talk to each other. So we say secret accessor, and now so let me copy the members. And I didn't even connect this particular project to Devin. This is just default. This is just me asking Devin's questions, and it's giving me these answers. And now the members are going to be. We're not. Oh, wait a second. This is. Give me a second. Okay. So this is not project. So this goes in here. And here is going to be Urban Dictionary, Economic Data. There we go. And the role is going to be role/secret manager.secret accessor. All right. I think that's everything so far. Replace namespace with your actual namespace and make sure I did that. I changed it to default, which is correct. This will grant your service account name the same permissions as the gcloud command. All right. So we have that. Let's see what happens next. Open up terminal. We want to go to Terraform, and we're going to say cd ... ls cd GCP for us to go into our Google Cloud Platform stuff. Let's clear that out, and we're going to do Terraform apply. See what we get with that. It says that it is going to. So we say, you see, we never really had it. So it's going to add the Google Project IAM binding secret accessor in order for we can get access to that. All right. So let's say yes, and let's see if that works. So there we go. That went through. So now let's go back to this terminal, and we're gonna see what was the last. So this is when we were troubleshooting. I'm gonna run this again to see what happens now. What? Look at that. It shows the role. It shows the role.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. All right. Now, so let's clear that. And now I'm going to do. I wonder if I just do the apply again, what happens. All right. So let's do G cube CTO apply. I think if I do apply again, it's just going to redo it. If not, then we'll figure that out. UDCBE configured, unchanged. I don't have to reapply it though. Let's go and check if anything changes inside of our pods inside of here. I'm going to go back to GKE. And what is this? We're going to go into this cluster. What a cluster. And this is from a while ago. I don't think our restart happened. Let me refresh. So let me see if can I see when the latest message was for this? You don't see details. Logs. All right. I am going to just do a kubectl, and I want to do a rollout, and I want to do a restart a resource, and I want to do deployment and udec be. It's restarted. Okay, so now that's restarted. Let's go back over here. See what we got. Let me get rid of this. Let's see. All right, let's do that. Default namespace. Okay. And I don't know. Crash back off. I mean, we should have access now, but unless it's giving a new error. Let me see. Events, maybe? So this was just recently, 434. So 347. That was a while ago. Scaled up replica from 0 to 1. Let's see what else we got. I don't know how recent this particular error message is. Overview. Pods 1 of 1. Cluster. App errors. What is this? Network is not ready. That's a long time ago. About 50 minutes ago. Let's see. How we get here? Hold on. How did we get here? All right. So I have this pod 1 of 1. Let's go into that. Maybe I should just get rid of those and start it back up. Let's see. View logs. Okay, so now this looks like a different error. Got undefined. Well, it's not finding it, that's why. So is it even getting to, so is it getting the, is it actually getting the, is it actually getting the password? Because I see the error, the overview, but it doesn't tell me when it's reporting this error. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to just remove not the cluster, but the what's actually running on it. And then all right, back off. Okay, back off. Restarting failed container. UDCB and pod UDC default. All right, so let me see if I can. Let's say we do kubectl delete dash f. Say we delete all of them. All right, so everything is deleted, right? Now, if I go to no workloads. All right, perfect. So overview, not overview, clusters. We have our cluster. We have nothing running on our cluster. So now I'm going to try to do the apply again. Dash F dot. Now, let's see. We're still getting the error. So now I wonder, secret name UDC Mongo, because not allowed to, because service account does not reference that secret. What does that mean? Service account. Still getting the same error. All right, so go back to Devin. Let me say I'm still getting the same error, although so I'm over here in Devin. I'm still getting the same error. Oh, crap. Okay. I'm still getting the same error, although when I run the get IAM policy, I'm seeing this now. Let's see. Good. I'm there. The error might persist because the namespace in your Terraform doesn't match the actual pod namespace. Your Kubernetes service account needs to the work identity annotation, or you need to restart the pods. I did do a restart of the pods. Yes. The namespace is default. Would you like access to the repository so that you can see the current Terraform and Kubernetes YAML file? I'm just gonna ask, like, hey, what do they say? You miss all the shots you don't take? So that would be helpful. I can review your Terraform Kubernetes YAML file to check if the namespace matches and verify your service account configuration. Please share repository access. All right. I don't think I have this pushed up. Let me see. Git status. All right. I need to create a Git repository for this. I don't have the code pushed
Lunch break.
up yet.
Lunch break.
I will do that, and or I don't have to say that. I'll just wait cloned. Nope. That's not the one. That's not the repo it's in. I will push it up. All right. Let's see. All right, cool. So when we get back from break, I will push up that I'll push up that code, and then we'll go back and forth with Devin to try to figure that out. All right. And I'll tell you this, like, I'll show you this in Devin, right? What all that I've done, fixing up the app that I'm working on, plus what we've been doing today. I forgot how much did I pay? I think I paid like $20 for 9 ACUs, I think they call it, and I have used usage limits. Almost done, so I'm gonna have to re-up very soon. But I got a lot of stuff done, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'll probably purchase some additional credits after I'm done here, but it was worth it. All right, let's go to break. Let's see what we got in the chat. Let me see. Let's see. Ferris said it has been 6 to 8 months since we last spoke. Shout out to my guy Ferris. Says I think you used AWS SageMaker. To be honest, upskilling to data engineering, AI, machine learning is kind of nerve-wracking. They're like, I have 6 months to lock it in. If I know anything about you, Ferris, you work well under pressure, and you achieve the impossible. So I think you are more than able to do it. I have not used AWS SageMaker. I'm not sure what AWS SageMaker is. I did use AWS Elastic Beanstalk in order to deploy a Node application, but I have not used SageMaker. I've used a lot of different AWS components, but I haven't used. Let me see. What is AWS SageMaker? Let me see. What is AWS SageMaker? Fully managed service that simplifies the process of building, training, and deploying machine learning models on AWS Cloud. It provides a comprehensive suite of tools and features for data scientists and machine learning, including, I definitely have not used that, but that sounds really cool. It sounds like it could be something that is helpful when building out large language models. I guess good thing is exposure, and I can combine security with data and cloud, hopefully get a better job, or I will focus on becoming an architect in 2 years. Ferris, at your age, the sky is the limit. All right.
Let's get it.
Says Google Cloud betrayed AWS. So no. The course that I'm taking for DevOps uses Google Cloud for this portion. They're also going to go into AWS, into Microsoft Azure at some point. But what I'm doing now, I said, all right, we're going to do it on Google Cloud first, since that's where they set us up on. But then I'm going to do the same deployment on AWS, being that we're going to have a lot more context of how it works. And we're going to do the same thing on, yes, Microsoft Azure as well.
Bruh.
Ferris says, stock-wise, Google Cloud is cooking. Yes, they are. I am interested in their certs and VO3. Oh my goodness, that VO3. My guy Don has been sending me some videos he made on VO3, and I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. Yes, it is crazy. Let's see. Ferris is gonna make a new channel and do the content seriously. I did find it held me accountable more consistently over a period of time.
Message.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Let's see. Devin AI for prompting code. I've been trying Devin AI the past few days, and it helped me a lot with fix some stuff. And I'll say this, like, let's say you are a QA engineer, right? So you don't have all the ins and outs of being a full-on software engineer, but you're able to prompt your way to getting something done. You can use these tools to help you out with that. And then you can do the testing to make sure, because like with some stuff that I've been working on, I'm getting errors and bugs, and I'm looking through the code. I'm using my skills to troubleshoot with the quote unquote the developer, to fix it and build an awesome product, right? So I'm just fascinated, right? It says you use Bedrock or Party some. I use Elastic Beanstalk, if that's what you're referring to. On AWS, what else did I use? I used Code Pipeline, like when we were doing the Quotes app, Code Pipeline, Elastic Beanstalk, Route 53. Load balancers don't have a particular name. I think those are the tools that I used for that. Maybe it was AWS Party. So you're trying to retire at 40-35 ideally. So if you retire at 40, what are you gonna do for the rest of the 60 years that you have left to live? Yes, I just gave you an age of 100. All right, you're gonna live hopefully longer, but definitely not gonna be any less than that. All right, unless you still, if you're still getting in trouble like you used to get on after hours, then that is a whole nother topic. All right.
Bruh.
Well, looks like we are. The time is moving. Let's jump into another break time topic, really. Or do we skip the break time topic? Do we skip the break time topic? That's a good question. I am inclined to skip the break time topic so that we can do one more working segment on this. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that break time topic. I'm going to push, now I have 2 break time topics to push to our next show, which would be Thursday night for ethical hacking. But I want to get back to work on this. So let's continue. Let's do one more working segment, and then we'll finish off with the chat and all that good stuff. All right, let's get to it.
It's time to do.
All righty then. So we have all right, so we have to connect this. So first things first, let me go to GitHub over here, and we are going to go to repositories. Let's do a new repository. We are going to call this Urban Dictionary Economic Data infrastructure. Very long, of course. I'm going to make that private. And do I have to get more file here? I don't have a readme. All right, so we're going to say we're going to do a Terraform get ignore file. I think that's, yeah, and is there, oh, there's Kubernetes. Nope, that's good enough. We'll do Terraform license, I don't know, whatever. You're creating a private repo in your personal account. We're gonna go ahead and I'll do add a readme file. All right, we're gonna go and do that. And we have this next up. We're gonna do that, and we are going to go to code, not code. Let's see, how do we do? So we're gonna do, where's that thing? Normally they'll have a way to get started that I don't see right now, but let's go to here and let's do git init and all right, git status. All right, let's do a add git to. So now I need to do, I never remember these git commands. So git add remote branch. we're going to have to do it's not going to be this one. Git connect to remote repository. And it's going to be remote add origin. Remote add origin. So I'm here, remote add origin. And we're going to say code. It's going to be getting the right one. Managing remote repositories. All right, there we go. So we're going to say, copy that again, copy that. And what in the world is going on here? Okay, there we go. That was weird. All right, so we're going to say, so I was getting the right code. We're going to say git remote add origin, and that's going to be that URL right there. And we do that as a git remote -v. Did I type in remove? Remote -v. All right, so now I'm going to do a git pull. If that's going to work. Let's see. New branch, main, origin. There's no tracking information for the current. What branch am I? Git branch. Git status. We are on main branch. All right, so did we pull in the git ignore file or no? Git pull says git pull remote remote branch. If you wish to set tracking information for this branch, you can do so with all right, so let's see, git branch set upstream, or let's do git pull remote add branch main or not. This is why it's important to understand git pull remote. Let's do this one. Clear. So git origin main. No commits to main yet. Git pull. Jesus Christ. Git add. It's gonna give me some errors, but let's say we do git. Let's do git branch. Good old not being a git expert always gets you. Git status. Let's do git let me do this. Git add Kubernetes. Oops. Kubernetes. Git status. Git commit m. Added Kubernetes code. git push. Let's see if it's gonna give me an error. Rejected because your current branch is behind. Is we do a git pull. And now it's saying there is no tracking information for the current branch. Please specify which branch you want to merge with. What does that mean? Git pull. Oh, okay. I think so. Remote would be main or origin main. Main says does not appear to be a Git repository. Let's see if we do tech coach Ralph / urban dictionary. Oops. Economic data. Does not appear to be a Git repository. What do you mean? Okay. If we do then. So annoying. Let's do that. That's a Git repository, right? Just what I had before. So if we paste this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It says make sure your divergent branch needs to specify how to reconcile them. You can do so by running one of the following commands in your next. Let's see. And also pass. Let's see. FF only. Not possible to fast forward aborting. I knew this was going to happen. Let's go to no rebase. Refusing to merge. Whatever. All right. Get status. On branch mine. I know if I do the Terraform is going to be. All right. Let me just do this. So stupid. I knew that. Let's see. How about we do git pull one file from remote branch. Let's see. All right, so let me try that. Get oh my god. All right, I'm gonna just do good. I knew this was gonna happen. Let's do this. I just need this right here. Oh, this always happens. All right, let's do this. File.get ignore. Add it here. Boom. Let's do. We're gonna do get status. Oops. Get status. Get add Terraform. Get status. I'm gonna add this to the get ignore. Get status, get add, get ignore, get status. Cool. Now I'm gonna do get commit, added, get ignore. added Terraform. All right. Still gonna have issues pushing this code, but let's see. Git push setup stream origin main, and it's saying note about fastwords and git push help integrate. Let's do this. We're gonna do git force push to remote branch. Let's do git push -f. We're gonna say origin main. All right, there we go. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta put some emphasis on it, all right? So we forced that up there. Now we get pull. And let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, now that it's there, we're gonna go back to Devin after all that annoyance. We're gonna go to Devin. And we're gonna go to, wasted so much time. Let's go here. And let's see if we go to, let's go to the one that we're using. And I told you it wasn't there. Let me see. Repositories at you see my settings. I just added the repository of Urban Dictionary economic data infrastructure. But I'll tell you this, what you see me doing and figuring out here is how it goes in the workplace, all right? Oh my God. I made a typo. It's actually economic data. Let's see if you can find it. Okay, I'll get some. Let's see, resolving deltas, cloning. All right, so it's checking. It found it, it's checking. I review Kubernetes YAML, deployment YAML, and secret configuration along with Terraform IAM binding to verify annotations. Creating a plan. Let's see here. I found the root cause of your RBAC issue. There are several configuration problems. Several? That's a bit hurtful to say. Is missing crucial workload identity annotation that links to the Google Cloud IAM platform. Secret name mismatch. UEDEC Mongo Connect in secrets is actually named. Is it? Conflicting IAM policies. You have both project level IAM binding and secret level IAM policies, which may be conflicting. The main fix needed is to add the workload identity annotation to your service account and ensure consistent secret naming. Add workload identity annotation to service account and create a Google IAM service account in secret.tf. Fix the secret name in deployment.yaml to reference the correct secret. I thought that. Let me see this real quick. So let's go here, and I'm gonna go to here. They said that is in my service accounts. Not in the service. Maybe it's in the service. Oh, in the deployment. Deployment to the secret name mismatch in deployment line 24 to, so here to reference the correct secret TF Mongo connection string B. So when I go into the Terraform stuff for secrets, maybe have that as a variable. Oh.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Maybe that's what they're talking about. Interesting. Okay. Update the Terraform IAM bindings. Use proper workload identity patterns instead of conflicting project level. Apply Terraform changes first, then Kubernetes manifest. Verify pods start without RBAC errors and create APR. Question: is the CSI secret storage driver property installed? I don't know. Do you have any existing Google Cloud IAM service accounts that should be reused instead of creating a new one? Are there any other secrets or deployments that might affect these changes? So I don't know, but time is up. We are going to pick up on this part next week. We're going to reference back. Oh, can I save this somehow? Let me see. I could save this somehow. I want to save this part. I want to save that somewhere. I think it'll be there. Yeah, I think it'll be there. Cool. So Devin has given us let us know what the problem is, and then instead of having Devin do it, maybe I could have Devin do it. That way you can see how it goes through open up a PR and stuff like that. So, we'll go with that. Anyways, that is it for today. That is our show. Let me check the chat, and then we'll wrap it up, right? We'll wrap it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see, where's the last one? Ferris said that it is AWS Party Rock. What is AWS Party Rock? Sounds like fun. AWS Party Rock. Party Rock, AWS AI Playground, AWS Generative AI Playground. Elevate your AWS experience with Party Rock and explore app creation with generative AI. Everyone can build AI apps with Party Rock. Start creating. Look at. Interesting. Let me add that on my list. AWS Party Rock. All right, got that listed to look into. See what we can build with that. And let's see what else we got. Ferris says, retire means to me the option to work without the need to add a corporation. That's what I figured you meant. That is what I figured that you meant. Let's see. It says, I'll still work, but I know I can say, at any time. Says, so in your Patreon, are you working on AI agents or is that with your personal circle? I need to get some business ventures. It's a mix in a way where my top, like those that I'm coaching, they have.
Yo, the sign is real simple.
Well,
B. It says
there it goes.
pop it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Well, there it goes. Well, seriously, it is those that I've worked with. I will bring them into some of the those that I work with, and I have confidence in, based off their work ethic. Then I will bring them into the opportunity to work on these AI agents, these applications, and stuff like that, so that they can get more exposure and things of that nature. It's not really. It's a semi-personal circle. I mean, people that I've met that are into this type of stuff, and those that I've vetted that I would say, you know what, I don't mind bringing you along and working with you. Then those are there's the regular Patreon of like the people who joined for the information. There's those that I've worked with one-on-one that I've been coaching for over a year. And if I am confident in the way that they work, then I'll bring them into the mix. But we are working on different business ventures. Farrah says, I can't wait for October. A major goal will be debt free from student loans. Like car, credit card, and everything else. It says, glad I learned early in life, before 30, locking in to invest. I should learn that way earlier. It says, I might join back with the Baxters, but did feel like a distraction with the news for the unemployed. I don't know if he has a finance only channel there. From what I know, there is not a finance only channel, but they do have like Stock Club, Block Club, and I think they're working on Tax Club and Content Creation Club. So there's a really good thing that are happening in there. Junior said several. That's what I felt. I felt a little hurt by that, but it did tell me what the problems were. So I cannot live in my feelings and my emotions when I am getting premium level help. So and it says like I can fix it for you too. I was like, all right, let's slow down a little bit, but maybe next week, all right? It says, I swear you used before. Oh, so the one that I was not part of work. I used AWS App Studio, where that is used to build like internal tools for like companies and organizations like that, but not part of work. But I used App Studio. Wow, you have a good memory. It says, guess not. Junior says, great show as always. Thank you, Junior. Thank you. But that is it for today. Quick announcements. We don't have a jujitsu show on Half Guard Halfy channel tonight. We're going to push that over for 2 weeks from now, where I have a few people who are going to be first timers going to be reviewing, first time on the channel and first time competing. They're going to be reviewing their competition. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be live with our large language model / AI course. We're going to be continuing with whatever point we're at in that course. I think we're probably either heading into day 5, finishing up day 4, heading into day 5. Tuesday night, we're going to be, tomorrow afternoon, noon Eastern time, Canon Conversations. I'm going to be talking about how it's a vibe coding this past few days and what my observations were, what my thoughts are about it, my perspective. And I want to hear your thoughts and perspective as well. And then Tuesday night, tech Q&A. If you have questions, if anybody wants, Ferris wants to call, I would love for Ferris to call in on Tuesday, because I haven't spoken to Ferris in a long, long time. See what he's been up to and what he's working on and what his goals are, all of that good stuff, right? But that's it for today. That is it for today. I'm going to get up and out of here. Do me a favor on my way out. I was saying this in the Patreon and our meetup with Rod Brown. The thing that I like the least, that I hate the most doing, is this part right here. But I have to. If you have not done so yet, and you really enjoyed this, you found it valuable, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content, as well as tailor-made.dev. Get access to exclusive content and meetings and the Discord and all that good stuff. Ferris says, what time on Tuesday? I'm Pacific time. I start at 7:30. I go till about 9:30. So anytime you can call in between that, it would be fine. So for you, it'd be between 4:30 and 6:30. So if you are available, then by all means, come and hang out with me, and let's have a conversation. Also, techcoach.dev, like I was saying, access to exclusive content, all that good stuff. But Ferris, if you're back on Discord, hit me up, and we can talk some more. But with that being said, Junior says, "Oh man, was looking forward to the half guard." Yeah, it's crazy stuff, crazy planning and stuff like that. But we're gonna have an even better show in 2 weeks, Junior. Just watch, right? But yeah, that's it. That is it for today. You guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Have an even better week. Ferris says he'll try to join us on Tuesday. Good stream. Thank you so much, Ferris. Thank you. So happy to see you back here as well. But and you're on so you moved. I caught that you moved. Shout out to you. But all right, I am out of here for real. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful Sunday, wonderful week. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Walking through a stormy night, whispers say I'll lose the fight, but I've got a fire that's burning bright. No chains can hold my flight. Haters try to bring me down, but I rise above the ground. I spread my wings, I fly so high, their words can't dim my sky. Doubts like shadows in my mind, but I won't let my spirit bind. I climb the heights I'm meant to find, leaving their fears far behind. Haters try to bring me down, but I rise above the ground. I spread my wings, I fly so high, their words can't dim my sky. They can throw their stones so cold, but my heart's a lock of gold. Their voices wake against the bold. I stand my ground and I unfold. Haters try to bring me down, but I rise above the ground. I spread my wings, I fly so high, their words can't dim my sky. They can throw the stone so cold, but my heart's a lock of gold. Their voices weak against the bold. I stand my ground and I unfold. Haters try to